Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting through the noise, really getting to the heart of what's shaping Chiang Mai right now. Imagine this city, ancient traditions meeting a really vibrant, dynamic present. It's always navigating challenges, embracing new stuff. It's a place that's constantly evolving, and we're going to try and unpack its current pulse for you.
Yeah, in this deep dive, it's built on, well, a stack of really recent local news and reports, all from just the past 12 hours, actually, as of July 6, 2025. So our mission, if you like, is to pull out the most important bits, the key insights, and give you a shortcut to understanding the immediate forces at play in Chiang Mai. And what you'll discover today, I think, is a city standing at quite a critical crossroads. It's grappling with some powerful natural forces, pushing ahead with pretty ambitious development, celebrating its natural wonders, and also navigating some complex social dynamics.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The most immediate thing for many folks in Chiang Mai, probably, of the weather. We're hearing about Tropical Storm Danis. Now, I gather the Thai Met Department isn't forecasting a direct hit on Thailand itself, but the interesting angle for Chiang Mai is how Danis still sort of ramps up the southwest monsoon. What does that actually mean on the ground in northern Thailand?
Well, it means heavier rain is definitely a possibility, and choppier seas, too, which is something for travelers to eastern China and Taiwan to watch out for, especially between July 6th and 8th. But for northern Thailand and specifically Chiang Mai, yeah, that strong southwest monsoon means isolated heavy, maybe even very heavy showers across the region. We're looking at something like a 70–80% chance of thunderstorms in Chiang Mai today. And with that comes a very real risk of flash floods runoff, particularly in those foothill areas and low-lying spots. So yeah, even though Danis isn't making landfall here, its atmospheric ripple effect absolutely being felt.
Right. And it sounds like the city isn't just waiting for it to happen. With river levels starting to creep up, are they already taking action? I heard something about sandbags.
They are, yeah. Municipal teams, volunteers too, they're out there continuously stacking sandbags, reinforcing those sand dams along the Ping River, especially near the busy spots like the Night Bazaar, trying to protect riverside homes and businesses. It's an ongoing effort, really.
A constant battle, it seems.
It is a critical one. But, if we shift focus just a bit from the immediate flood risk, there's another water concern, a more insidious one. It's bubbling up from beyond the city's borders.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Cook and Sai rivers.
Oh, what's happening there?
Well, independent testing, it keeps revealing really worrying arsenic levels, like well above safe thresholds. And the suspected source, it seems to be upstream mining operations over in Myanmar's Shan State.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
It's incredibly concerning. So this isn't just a local Chiang Mai environmental issue then. Sounds like it points to a much bigger cross-border challenge.
Precisely. That's exactly it. It's not just about local water quality. It really underscores how deeply connected these local ecosystems are to, well, regional activities and even cross-border governance. It kind of reveals a blind spot. Pollution doesn't really care about borders.
That is a stark reality. Okay, but shifting gears slightly, on a more positive environmental note, there's been a rare sighting, a wild siro.
Yes. This is genuinely significant news. A wild siro, quite elusive, spotted foraging near the summit of Doi Luang. That's in the Chengdu Wildlife Sanctuary.
And that's a good sign.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
The siro sighting is seen as a positive indicator, of wildlife vitality in that Chengdu ecosystem. It offers a small but vital glimmer of hope amidst these bigger environmental headaches we were just talking about. What's kind of compelling here is how Chiang Mai is simultaneously dealing with serious pollution and celebrating these important wildlife conservation wins. It's like the city's constantly negotiating between its natural heritage and the impacts of development.
That zero sighting, yeah, it's a beautiful contrast. Okay, so as the city looks after its natural side, it's also clearly pushing hard in the economic front. Let's talk about Chiang Mai's growing role in the MICE industry.
Yeah.
Meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions. Sounds like a big win, hosting 6 global conferences in 2025.
That's right. And these aren't small gatherings either. They cover really diverse, impactful fields. We're talking engineering, medicine, environment, social sciences. So this isn't just about filling hotel rooms, It significantly boosts Chiang Mai's international profile. It strengthens its economic standing globally. It feels like a strategic move to diversify beyond just traditional tourism.
And moving from conferences to getting around the city itself. This proposed light rail transit network sounds ambitious.
Yeah.
A 35-kilometer, 3-line network connected the airport, hospitals, university, the stadium. That would be transformative. But what's the real story on the timeline? That 2027 launch date, how firm is that looking?
Ah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Look, officially, it is still scheduled for launch in 2027. But, and this is a big but, it's entirely pending finalized financing and, the actual construction schedule is clicking into place. So while the vision is definitely ambitious, the practical side, securing the money in this climate, the sheer complexity of a project like this, let's just say there are still significant hurdles to clear before anyone should bank on that specific date.
Right, reality check needed. Okay, and speaking of getting around, connectivity. Changes in air travel, too. Myanmar Airways International, MAI flights, their Phnom Penh services are moving to a new airport.
Yeah, that's right. Starting September 9th, 2025, those MAI flights to Phnom Penh will use the new Teco International Airport. And while that might seem like a small detail, just one airline route, it's actually quite indicative. It ties into Chiang Mai's bigger strategy to position itself as a major regional aviation hub. It shows how the whole Southeast Asian air travel map is shifting. And MAI's routes to Chiang Mai are also expected to shift to that new airport later this year, so that directly impacts tourism flows, trade routes, everything coming into and out of the city.
Interesting. Okay, shifting focus again slightly. Chiang Mai isn't just building new things, it's also looking after its history. The Chang Phuc White Elephant Monument, that famous one near the old city gate, it's undergoing repairs.
It is, and it really highlights how history isn't just in museums there, it's woven into daily life. That monument, it's not just some old statue, it's a site of, deep local worship and respect. The fact that it's being repaired, despite just structural wear and tear, it speaks volumes about how Chiang Mai manages to blend modern development with this real reverence for its heritage. The past is very much alive there.
Yeah, you can feel that. Now, let's touch on a significant social issue, particularly tied to tourism. Thailand's Minister of Social Development has put out an advisory, right, urging people in Chiang Mai and other cities, too, to avoid giving money directly to beggars.
That's correct. The recommendation from the minister is instead to channel support through structured social programs. Now, this isn't about being uncompassionate. It's framed as an attempt to tackle the root causes of begging. The idea is to ensure help is delivered in a way that's genuinely beneficial rather than, potentially perpetuating cycles that don't help in the long run. It's really a discussion about responsible tourism, about sustainable community development within the city. It's quite nuanced.
Okay, so wrapping this all up, what does this snapshot tell us about Chiang Mai right now? We've touched on, well, a city dealing with some intense natural forces, pushing forward with these big development plans, while also carefully preserving its incredible past, celebrating its unique nature, and navigating these really complex social issues. It's a lot happening at once.
It really is. And when you consider all these interconnected threads, the climate impacts, the huge infrastructure projects, the environmental wins and losses side by side, the social policies, it really makes you stop and think. What kind of city is Chiang Mai actually becoming? How do all these different forces weave together? How do they shape its identity, its future, both for the people living there and for the millions who visit? What stands out to you when you hear all this as maybe the most significant change or the biggest challenge for Chiang Mai moving forward?
That's a great question to ponder. We definitely encourage you to reflect on that and perhaps explore more about this incredible dynamic city on your own.